Hello, thank you very much for tuning in. This is Stuart, classical record collector and dealer. My website is above. I'm stocking lots of exciting, interesting records on there. Prices are reasonable, very low shipping costs, and you can also get a discount if you quote the code below in the description. So let me move on. The reason for this video is that I've seen some claims along the lines that there are dealers going into charity and thrift stores, buying records for 50 pence or, $1, £1, and then they're selling them for 50, 60 pounds on eBay, and that there are mugs and idiots paying out the money for them. Okay, I've got something to say about this. You see a lot of claims online. You see claims everywhere. You see claims like this. You see claims in politics, you see claims in science, etc. Whenever I see a claim, I want to try and confirm if it's true. Some claims I won't bother with. If it's a scientific claim and it sounds reasonable, such as, I don't know, there's an asteroid hurtling through the universe, scientists believe it will come within, say, 2 million miles of the Earth. There's nothing to worry about. I probably won't bother going to investigate that. It's no big deal. But if I see a claim like there are fools out there who are prepared to pay money, big money, for records that really just aren't worth it, and they're doing it on eBay, I would like to test out that claim. And luckily, we can get the data. You can use the sold option on the filter on eBay. So you go to classical music records, vinyl, classical music records, and you apply the sold filter. Let's go through and see where these idiots are, these gullible fools who are paying dealers who've picked up LPs for 50 pence a pound, and they're turning them over for 10, 20, 30 pounds when they're really just not worth the money. Let's see if that's the case. Let's go through them. So first of all, these have all sold. Here we are. Let me just see if I can increase the screen size a bit so that you can see. No, it's not increasing. I don't know why not, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so the first one, we've got Mozart, 2 LPs, Mercury, Living Presence, Jupiter, etc. And they've sold for $1.99. Well, obviously, there's nobody profiteering there. They're mono, by the way. Personally, I wouldn't bother buying them because if it's a Mercury Living Presence, if it's not stereo, I don't really see the point in it. So next one, we've got a Telefunken stereo, GMA 50 by Bayreuth, 1936 Wagner operas. Yeah, I mean, that's quite an unusual kind of record. I would say that £10 is a fair price for that. I like Telefunken as a label. The stereos, I do like them. I believe that in the UK they were pressed by Decca, so they are actually quite good records. I do like Telefunken. Very good records. Yeah, and that one is worth about £10. So whoever bought that has paid what I think is a fair price. Okay, SXL 6168 edition 2. That Chabrier. Okay, if that was in edition 1, I would expect it to sell for about 60, 70, 80 pounds. So yeah, edition 2, £22 is about right, I would say. Samuel Barber Adagio for strings. That has sold for $4.99. Well, I mean, it's a 7-inch single. Yeah, I mean, I don't see anybody profiteering massively on a sale like that. What I'm looking for is like somebody who's paid £50 for a 4-digit ASD, a fairly boring record. I'm just not seeing that at the moment. John Zorn, forget that. Here we are, Yoshida, Phillips collection, 5 vinyl LPs, all near mint. Somebody has paid £132 for that. Let's have a look. That looks interesting. Very nice. Very nice. I would say that whoever got those for £130 for 5 records near mint, that works out at what, 20, £25 a piece. Yochidas do go for about £25 each on eBay. I think that's not a bad deal. That record there, never even seen before, with the Adagio and Gigue. That one alone is worth about 40 or 50 pounds. So no, I think that whoever got these has got a fair deal, frankly. So no, I don't see any profiteering there. So well done to the dealer who got those. I wouldn't mind having those. As you know, somebody sent me very kindly sent me some Yoshida Mozart piano concertos. Very grateful for those, and those are very, very collectible. Okay, so let's keep going. Beethoven Symphonies 1 and 2, Karajan. That is actually, that one looks to me like I wouldn't have paid that. I think whoever's paid that, they've well overpaid on that. It's a reissue of 60s performance. So yeah, if somebody's paid $9.99 for that, okay, that's one where I think somebody's overpaid. Okay, yeah, so we've got one so far where I think somebody's overpaid, but it's no big deal. Somebody wanted Karajan conducting Beethoven Symphony number 1 and 2. They found a record and they've paid the money. Free postage though, so postage is £4. In reality, there's no big deal there. The record's really, he's only paid £5 or £6 for the record, in fact. Strauss LSC 2500. Somebody has sold that for £50. I've not seen that record before. What edition is that? Limited edition. I mean, my impression of that is that £50 is too much. Is too much for that. Is it a kind of reissue? A recent? When was it made? Release year 1961. I'm not sure about that record. I don't know why anybody would pay that amount of money for that one. I don't know. So that's hard to comment on because I'm not familiar with that record. It strikes me as being expensive for what it is. Okay, Richard Strauss, Zarathustra. Well, Australian dollars, that's about £10. That's about right. Pink Floyd, that's not classical. Callas, £5.66 for some opera highlights, that's fine. £9.99. A narrowband Decca, that's okay. Alien, well, obviously, I wouldn't mind having that record actually. I wouldn't pay £38.50 for it though, but maybe that's what it does sell for. That's outside my area of expertise though. So a lot of people have put non-classical in the classical section. That annoys me. But anyway, let's keep going. So here we are. I mean, these £2 records, obviously nobody's making money out of that. £2, £2, £2. I'm still waiting to see where these mugs have paid like £50 for a boring 4-digit ASD or a Deutsch or a budget Deutsche Grammophon 1970s or a Classics for Pleasure. I'm not seeing it at the moment. It's £3. Here we are, £26. USSR. What is that? That's kind of interesting. Let's have a look. I'm sort of interested in what that is. Let's have a look. So we got Vasilenko, Sovietsky, Vostok. Well, Vostok means east, doesn't it? So Soviet East, sweet. Yeah, I'm reading the Russian here. The Soviet East. Okay, sweet. Okay, well, that's an unusual piece of music. Somebody has paid £26 for that. I wouldn't say that's unreasonable. It's a very unusual record. I wouldn't pay that for it. For me, I would only pay £2 or £3 for it. But anyway, I can't say that's anybody's profiteering. Somebody may have picked that up in a charity shop for 50p or a pound, but if they're rooting around all day, they deserve a bit of profit now and again. There we are, SXL 2266, edition 1. That's about what that goes for. That Gamba conducting Rossini overtures. Let's have a look. Russian record again, £2, £2, £38. The Batman soundtrack. Forget that. So I'm not really seeing any confirmation here in all these listings that anybody has overpaid for any of these. They're going for the kind of money I would expect them to go for. And my conclusion, I would say, is that I don't think there are as many uninformed people out there in the world of classical music as you might think that there are. I think it's supposed that these people are out there. And in a way, I wish that they were out there, because then I would be able to offload some of my, cheap items, my classics for pleasure, music for pleasure, for like £10, £20 a piece. But the funny thing is, when I try to sell these items, these supposed fools who are out there, who are easily parted from their money, for some odd reason, never come to me. So either they don't exist, or they've taken some kind of dislike to me and won't give me easy money. So no, I don't see any evidence here. I'm still going through these, and they're all going for sort of small money. There's nothing really which is impressing me here. These Deutsche Gramophones, they're going for a couple of pounds each. Well, that's what I expect. Somebody here has paid £12 for, that's a bit more money than I think it should go. Barenboim's conducting the Tchaikovsky 1812 Overture. That's gone for more money than it should have done. So there's one that somebody I think has overpaid for. Yep. Okay, well, I think I've made my point. If you find something that you think has gone for vastly too much money, and that, oh yeah, the uninitiated are paying these big prices for these records, uh, can you let me know? Because I can't seem to find any. They're all going for exactly the kind of money I would expect. Nobody's getting rich here, from what I've seen. Yeah. Okay. Thanks a lot for watching. Goodbye.